Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, as I have been doing over the past couple of seasons, once I do make it to the GC, I will post the deck that I used to climb victory track, kind of explain which champions have been doing the best, which haven't, and like the change that I had made. One of the things that I did change about, I took out one of these champions, spoiler, that was Shocker, and I added in Ronan, because I do think Ronan is not quite fast or good enough for the victory track, but he does work well enough in GC. First, let's start with science. So, in science class, I am running Photon, Spider-Woman, High Evolutionary Thing, Titania, and Human Torch. So, let's go over. Photon is quite solid, but obviously we do have plenty of skill champions generally lurking about that are capable of taking her, and few mystics actually nuke her quite well as also in this meta. But she's primarily there for defense, and if need be, she can be used defensively too, so she's overall doing just fine. Spider-Woman has been doing quite well. It's also kind of fun to play Spider-Woman against mystics that nullify. Like, you can kind of trap them there, because generally speaking, like, plenty of mystics would be able to nuke science champions regardless, but they nullify her furies, then they get power stings, and it's a very interesting fight there. High Evolutionary has been doing okay, can't say he's done great. Then we do have Thing, and Thing has been a fairly solid mainstay draft. Now, Titania, it is something that I was testing out, because Titania does not gain buffs at all, and can't gain buffs, and that can kind of extend fights as well if need be on defense, but obviously she does work reasonably well offensively too. Realistically, she's one of the champions I'd probably consider swapping, and would I have a few more champs ranked up. And then we do have Human Torch. Human Torch does okay, just fine. Now in skill class, we're going to be going with Okoye, Black Panther Silver, Yelena, Baron Zemo, Crossbones, Nick Fury, and Bullseye. Bullseye as well is especially good in the Gladiator circuit. He's not as potent in victory track because of the pierce buffs, so he can significantly increase his damage through the block in the Gladiator circuit. Now that said, obviously Okoye has been one of the MVPs, as she always is, as she's always an extra option for some more random fights as well, like Yelena herself and whatnot, so she's been doing absolutely fantastic. I do have Black Panther Silver, which has been like so fairly mixed results, and maybe I could consider cutting that as well. Yelena has been absolutely great, except for the fact that Shatra can nuke her in like 38 seconds. That kind of sucks. But okay, besides that, Yelena's been doing just fine. We do have Baron Zemo, and Baron Zemo is there kind of primarily for Photon and a few more matchups. Maybe that's another champion I'd consider changing. Crossbone has been doing absolutely phenomenal, because we do have Rhino and Things running around, and he deals with that great. Nick Fury, again, is another nuke food. This is a very kind of like volatile meta so far, but Nick's fine there. And Bullseye. Right, so in the Mutant class, we do have Onslaught, Jean, Domino, Captain Britain, and Sinister. And honestly, in this meta, Captain Britain, Sinister, and actually Domino have kind of been my MVPs. Jean Grey and Onslaught have not been featuring themselves all that much, so it's kind of surprising, but Domino seemingly is doing quite well for this meta. Cosmic Glass is very kind of like short. We do have Dark Phoenix, Caroline Dean, Serpent, and Thanos. I might increase that a little bit. Potentially could add Hulkling to that as well. Tech class, I like to have a bit larger, so I am running Prowler. That's primarily for the Captain Britain matchups, a few others. We do have Shocker. Shocker I did swap out for Ronan in the GC meta. Red Skull has been doing well because he is Nullify immune, and he can kind of work reasonably okay against some of the Mystic champions. And then obviously, because we do have increases in Domino sightings, he's obviously pulling his weight better offensively against like Domino and Sinister and whatnot. Darkhand Spider-Man has absolutely been one of my MVPs, because he does take a lot of quote-unquote miscellaneous matchups, as I'd call them, like Zola, like Photon, and a handful of others. Then we have Zola doing okay. Jack is there again primarily for Captain Britain and a few other struggling mutants, but I can't say I haven't used him all that much. Solvark has been reasonably good on defense for me, and then the main course, obviously, the Mystic champions. So, I will tell you that even a 6-star Doctor Strange is an absolute menace, and as well as a 6-star Hood. I do have a 7-star Hood, but he's unduped, but 6-star Hood has been doing good enough. And Rintra is, a reasonably okay dual-purpose type champion. He kind of like passes the Banhammer most of the time. And then Kushala is an absolutely insane champion in this meta, but nobody's crazier than Nico. With Nico, you can just build up to level 3 and just destroy anybody. That's literally all that simple. Just get to level 3, spam the same attacks as much as you can in order to get the poisons, and yeah, throw that level 3, you can have 20-second fights. Wolf is amazing in this as well. Kindred's been doing solid on defense. Tiger, Shatra have been crazy attackers, and Pavitra also works well. Now, I will be making some changes to my deck, but this is effectively what I used to get into the Gladius circuit. And I was still, messing around with Lizard, but it didn't work out too well. Kind of actually want to try out Destroyer. I don't know how well that will work, but Destroyer is solid for the other meta. That's where I'm also using him, for the weeks 3 and 4 meta. There are a handful of champions that I do kind of want to try out. As I said, Hulkling could potentially make it back into the deck as well. I have seen some Havocs running around for this meta. Gentle is potentially an option. But yeah, I also generally, as a rule of thumb, do not rank up champions for weeks 1 and 2 meta. But the one champion that I'm likely going to take up and Awaken and Max 6 is going to be Absman, because he should be good for both. So we'll try to squeeze in an Abs, probably in space of Rintra, most likely. But again, Galen is a very interesting champ, especially in the GC meta, because there's nothing you can do to... Well, generally he will be gaining buffs randomly, those Pierce buffs. So in the GC meta, he turns a lot more dangerous. I have seen quite a few Count Nefarious running around. Just an FYI. And yeah, I need to rank up more champions for this, but I'm kind of low on Catalyst. Carl is quite nice and dangerous to have for this meta as well. He has been putting in work for quite a few people. But other than that, this is generally what I have been using. And when it came to climbing victory track, it was fairly stable. Grind, I lost, I think, like 3 matches total, maybe 4, on my way to victory track. Almost all of them in the Vibranium too. Still, I do kind of feel like I want to redo my deck a little bit more for the GC meta. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. If you want to take the screenshots, you can do that here. Whoops, I accidentally just picked one champion out, I think. Somebody got... Yes, she did. Okay, so, there you go. That's better. And that is it. Let me know what you guys think about this meta. For me, again, it's kind of a bit nukey, but how are you enjoying 40 and 5? That's the big question, right? It's only for 1 season, though. But that's it for now, and I'm going to catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So, we have all the information about